Hope you guys are doing well. So all my new and returning subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome. Grab a seat. If you do like the content that I share with you all today, please make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell so that you're notified each and every time I do upload. Without further ado, we're going to jump into this content. Let me get a sip of water. All right. As I like this Palo Santo, we're going to talk about my channel messages that I received while reshuffling for this message. You are a starseed. You are a child of the divine, of the holy. You were personally handpicked. You are a different type of special. You feel what I'm saying? Like you a different type of chosen. Like you was born inside of a crystal, just as is depicted on this motherfucking card. Your ass is a crystal, baby. You are captivating. You are divine in so many ways that make you different than the average star seed, than the average crystal baby, than the average indigo child. That makes people feel like no one person should embody this much wisdom, this much power, this much authority over themselves and others. You see what I'm saying? Like they feel as though it shouldn't be. It just shouldn't be. One person should not embody all of this energy, but you do. And you keep exuding it and you keep showing up every day as in your true authentic energy, no matter what's been thrown your way, no matter what you've been hit with, no matter what obstacles that you've been going through, no matter how you may feel about yourself or others around you, you always show up as you. You're loyal to the game. You're not new to this, you're true to this. You feel what I'm saying? God is acknowledging you for your loyalty, your passion, your desire to want to do better every step of the way, no matter how hard you may fall, how hard you may be pushed back, set back, it don't stop you from prevailing. It doesn't stop you from moving forward. It doesn't change your mind. It doesn't make you say, hey, I'm going to give up and I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. It's, dang, Lord, why did I go through this? Or, dang, Lord, how can I get through this? How can I surpass this? How can I defeat this demon? How can I say this demon? How can I get over this? How can I get over that? Never, oh, take the power away, take this suffering away. Just not, you're not asking for handouts. You're not asking for the Lord to solve all your problems for yourself. You're asking God to equip you with the tools that you need to help yourself out of these situations and to learn the lessons along the way. It's like, excuse me, when you go through these things, you want to go through them swiftly and intellectually, so therefore you'll learn what you were meant to learn in this particular situation, so you won't have to repeat this shit again. There is a divine union that's getting ready to come into play. There is balance that will be restored unto you. Um, as this union is going to spark this balance. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this union is sparking this balance. You see how it's lighting the fuse to bring the back to restore the balance in your life. Yes, it's going to restore balance in your life in so many ways. You're going to be like, oh, I forgot this part about myself. I forgot about this. I forgot about that, because you've been in the trenches for so long. You've been down in the valley of death trying to make your way through the muck and the guck. You feel what I'm saying? I thought you was just born in circles, kept seeing the same bush, same tree, same this, same that, same energy, different face. But little did you know you was chopping them bitches down. It wasn't the same one. It was just embodying familiar spirits, familiar energy. But every time you defeat that entity, you feel what I'm saying? You were taking a step out of that valley. It may not have seemed like big steps. It may not have seemed like you were taking a step at all, but you were. And every step of the way may not have been a step up in the way in which you wanted it to be, but it was helping you remember who you were, which was the most important thing about it, because that's why you were sent there in the first place, to remember who you were. You were put through certain trials and tribulations to trigger your memory to help you remember who you were, because of the heavy confusion spells and the memory spells that were placed upon you to make you forget about yourself, forget about your origin, forget about who you are, trying to search, go outside of yourself to find yourself instead of going within, so that you never go without that memory, those memories, the Akashic records, that wisdom, that ancient wisdom, the intergalactical wisdom that you were born with is being restored unto you. That is what you are remembering. That there is the heavy hitter that's gonna help blow all of this shit out the water and clear the fucking field for your new seeds to be planted. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you finna clear this whole forest out. Miracles are getting ready to happen in your life. And these people are just praying that you will somehow, some way forgive them and allow them back into your life so that they can reap some of your benefit, even though they were the main people who were trying to cause your demise. These people are idiots. Idiots. This whole shit is just beyond me. I don't even understand their comprehension, but it's not too bright and it's not too much, because again, how can you be the cause of someone's demise but then yet want that very person to come in and save you? I don't get it. But like I said, you are a starseed and you are a master of your creations. You feel what I'm saying? You are a master alchemist. You feel what I'm saying? Master manifester. And these people want to steal that gift from you, but you were hidden. You see how this person is hidden in the forest? All their gifts surrounding them are hidden because God didn't want you to be disturbed in this time of your final, I ain't gonna say final evolution, but final evolution in this, on this particular timeline, before you jump timelines. Yeah, so while you're in solitude, while you've been hidden and you feel like you've been ignored, overlooked, people aren't seeing you for who you are, take that time to dance and let go of all the past pain, hurt, agony, trauma bonding, and all that shit. Release that shit. Take this time to heal instead of focusing on how others are treating you and absorbing their energy and taking on what people are doing to you. Block that shit out and let go of what you really need to let go. Let go of what's really bothering you. Pay attention to that and let that shit go in this time, at this time. So when this union comes in to start this balance, you won't have too much baggage to unpack to tip the scales too far one way or too far the other way. You feel what I'm saying? But these people who cause your demise and all these setups, they are receiving karma. They're receiving heavy karma. And you're at peace. And they're like, how can you be at peace while I'm over here struggling? Same way they was at peace while they would watch you struggle, while they caused your demise, while they purposely set you up, how they purposely set you up to struggle and left you there to struggle on your own and come back try to save you, see if you was alright, because they were the ones who set the shit up in the first place. Now they're looking for you to have compassion for them, because now you got the keys to balance out all the chaos that they threw your way. Like I said, you're a master alchemist. You learn how to transmute that negative energy into positivity. Now you're able to create, you're able to flourish. And they just think, well, that's how we really wanted a part of original or not. They wanted to steal your destiny. They wanted to steal your life. They wanted to steal your shine. They wanted to steal and transform everything about you into their life and transform everything about them into your life, because they want to swap destinies with you. Again, hello. I am not a Miss Cleo. I do not answer them kind of questions. You need to go to God and ask God what God would like for you to do about your wife wanting to divorce you. I'm not trying to be rude, but that's not what my channel is here for. I don't partake in that. I don't do that. If you want a personal reading, my information is listed down below to book a personal reading, but I don't answer those type of questions because that's not what I'm here for. I'm not even, the title of the reading doesn't even state anything pertaining to that. So I don't understand why y'all come up in here and ask them type of questions. I really feel like people are sending y'all in here to distract me, to upset me with that stupid shit. Because I mean, by reading the title of this live, why would you come in here and ask those type of questions? That doesn't make sense. Do it say free reading? I mean, free questions? Do it say I'm answering questions? No, it doesn't. So why do you come in here asking questions? I'm not going to answer your questions in the chat. On to this deck right here. So let's see what's really going on. This is my favorite deck right here, man. All right, Holy Spirit. All right, we got the Two of Pentacles here. Yeah, and everything's fine. Everything is balancing out from all this betrayal that you have endured for so long by people you love and cared for, but never loved and cared for you. Never had the same intent that you had for them. They didn't have that shit for you. All they wanted to do was come in your life and cause chaos in your life. Yeah, this King of Cups here. Let's see. And it's been the women in your family that want to deprive you of a mother's love or that motherly love or deprive you of mother of being mothered, deprive you of being nurtured by another woman, deprive you of that motherly love, that womanly love. They didn't want you to know what it felt like to be loved like a woman, from a woman or a man. And when you began to set up boundaries and you began to pour into yourself what they deprived you of, that's when all this chaos and outbreak and upheaval began. Yeah, but see, you have an emperor here that's coming in to help protect you from these evildoers here. Feel like these women that purposely neglected you emotionally and physically, didn't teach you certain things, hoping that you would fail in life and have bad hygiene, I'm hearing, not knowing how to take care of yourself, not knowing certain things that a woman should know. They wanted you to be stupid and dumb. They just wanted you to walk around like an empty vessel, not knowing who you are, not knowing how to carry yourself as a young lady, as a little girl, as a woman. Like all your life, they deprived you of that shit, but they dressed you up and threw you outside to show you what, to show you off, because you was a beautiful child. You was beautiful. You had long, beautiful hair. Some of y'all had the texture of your hair was so beautiful. You were like a milk chocolate, cocoa brown, like a perfectly brown biscuit. You had beautiful skin, like a beautiful skin tone. And people seen the outside beauty, and that's all they wanted you to be. It was a shell of yourself, like a doll or something that they could just dress up and show off and show out or show off on. And that was just like a dog on command, do whatever. Like, look at my little robot, look at my baby alive. Like, yeah, like a baby alive. They try to treat you like a baby alive. And okay, I'm just looking at y'all messages. Yeah, they treated you like a baby alive. And when you grew up and you grew out of that shit, because it never felt right. But when you got sense enough to really understand what was going on and you really seen it for what it was, instead of believing them in their fake ass apologies and shit like that, and you seen that they were celebrating on your downfall, you wasn't going for that shit no more. That's why this emperor is coming in to protect you from these motherfucking wolves in sheep clothing. But let's clarify this King of Cups and this King of Wands. It's the same person embodying the same energy. It's like this person tried to come in and put a love spell on you to keep you entrapped into a particular low vibrational energy. They were helping your family members siphon your energy. This could have been someone that your family seen that loved you, cared about you, or you loved and cared about them, and they went behind your back and made a deal with this person to betray you, to energy harvest for them, and they took the deal, but they can't do it no more. You're gonna celebrate with your people, your own kind, people who you fit in with. You've always fit in with everybody, but they had you cloaked in energy to where You couldn't keep friendships, relationships. Nobody would stay around you over a particular period of time. Even with jobs, you could only hold jobs for a couple months, 6 months to a year at a time. You really couldn't, hold too much company around you. All your motion was solo motion, but at the end of the day, that's what God really wanted you. So they thought they was doing thine own will, but they was really, that's why God allowed it, because you needed to be alone so you could see who the sharks and the wolves was. You feel what I'm saying? So you could properly identify your attackers. Because sometimes when you have too many people around you, you can't see what's going on and who's doing what and what is what. So this everything that they meant for your demise was for your very good, because for your greater good, because your instincts were able to be sharpened by then. Because again, when people came around, it became easier for you to pick up on why certain people were around you, because you were so used to being by yourself. So every time someone came, it was almost in the sense of who sent you, why are you here? It's me and God right now. God is working on me. I'm on assignment right now. God did not notify me about you. You must be a test. All right, I'm ready. Let's take this test. And when they fail and you pass every time, they go back and report, hey, we couldn't do this, we were defeated. And the people that have been sending these people to attack you are like screaming at these people, upset with these people, like, how could you let little old so-and-so defeat you? And they are telling them, like, you don't know this person like you think you do. This person ain't this little old woe is me sheeple like you think they are. Yeah, this person can see. We are naked in this person's eyes. Every time you send us in here to attack this person, they see right through our plan. Everything fails every single time. It does. Action speaks volumes. I tell people that shit all the time. Yeah, but it's like you seen right there, and you seen that it was a money grab. You seen that they came in to throw you off your game, to steal your emotion, to steal your abundance, to steal everything that made you you. You feel what I'm saying? It's like these people were paid to come in and try to do you better than you. That's why you felt like when you were in relationships with your counterparts that they were always in competition with you, trying to do you better than you. They always wanted to be like you and claim that you was trying to be like them. And it's like, what? And they ended up backstabbing and betraying themselves because you never let the right hand know you never let the right hand know, let the left hand know what you was doing. Like, you never told them what your game plan was. Like, they may have met you on a particular type of time, but you was a chameleon. You was able to easily to adapt and adjust the situation. So you was easily able to play the part. You feel what I'm saying? The role to fool the fool. You was easily able to fool the fool. That they have gotten to you emotionally, it may became emotionally draining. It may have taken a little while, a little longer than others for you to catch on, but you always caught on and got up out of it. When you caught on, you got the fuck on. And that's what they didn't like. They wanted you to catch on and stay on. And he was like, nah, bro, we ain't doing none of that shit. And that's how these people always walked away empty-handed, broken-hearted, because you never held on to them. When you seen that they true colors and you seen that they were not for you, you let that shit go. You never held on to that shit. That's why these motherfuckers is like, they feel like they living in purgatory in the 3D, and they, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bitch, it's just beginning. It's just beginning. You should have left well alone. They should have left you alone when they was told to leave you alone. They got all kinds of warnings to leave your ass alone, and they didn't want to leave you alone. They wanted to live off of you by any means necessary, because the money that it was being offered to sacrifice your ass, they felt was worth more than you. And it was like, bitch, do you really know what you're doing? Do you really understand the assignment? If these motherfuckers got to rally up other motherfuckers to come in and do this for them, don't that let you know that they weak, that I'm more stronger than the people who are paying you to come in and take me out? That's why I be thinking sometimes, like, these people who accept these deals to go and backstab and manipulate and betray chosen ones, do you ever stop to ask, why the fuck these motherfuckers want to do this shit themselves? Why are they always hiring people to do the job, to do the dirty work for them? If they so big and bad and say they so brazen and they're so prideful, they're so egotistical, why the fuck they can't get the job done themselves? Why do they always got to hire somebody else to come get the job done for them? I don't know. Yeah, that's the question. Why do it take so many to defeat just a single person if the person was just so mundane, so this, so that, so low down? Why do it take so many people to take the motherfucker out? Why is it taking so many of y'all to defeat this one person if this person is just so whatever? You feel what I'm saying? Because you're not. You're more powerful than all of them, and they know that they do not possess these skills. They are not equipped to take you out in the way in which they wish to do so. They're not equipped to swap destinies. They're not equipped to touch your abundance. They're not equipped to do what they're trying to do. That's why the shit keep backfiring. They may have been equipped to pay the money to get the shit initiated, but to seal the deal and fully sacrifice you and get what the fuck they came for, complete the assignment, never. Could never. That's why the shit is an ongoing cycle, repeating cycle. The shit keep going on and on and on and on because they just feel like one day they gonna get their lucky strike and they gonna strike out on your ass. And it's not that lucky strike they gonna get, it's this strike out on their ass and their ass is gonna be what? 6 feet under. Because you are an intergalactical being. You are untouchable. You are too worthy. You are too divine to die by the hands of such mundane peasantry. These people would never. God would not allow it. Period. And that's the fuck they ignoring. It's not that they don't know. That's what they're ignoring. The fact that they know they're not worthy enough to take out a divine being. But they just gonna keep right on trying because once upon a time before you were awakened to who you really were, they was able to live off of you. So so you cut all that mind manipulating out, all that emotional bullshit, all that emotional manipulating that they was doing. You cut that shit out. You stop that shit. Yeah. And now this king of wands want to come back in and do his big one with that street meat, that big old street meat. He think he gonna be able to lay that meat down no more. And it's like, bitch, that shit is undesirable. Nobody wants street meat no more. Them days of rolling in the hay and humping in the back seat and humping in weird places and doing all that weird ass shit. That shit is over with. Everybody has their time where they be outside, you know what I'm saying, on a run, doing their bullshit. But you have grown the fuck up and you have outgrown that lifestyle. You people have grown into it. You grew out of it. See this person is being betrayed. They so far gone. They so far delusional. They're so far in belief of their own lies. They cannot believe that you're not falling for the shit. It's like they doing their big ones. They going down to the bottom of the bag, pulling out the big tricks, and it still ain't enough. And that's the fucking truth, right? For real. They pulling out the big tricks, and this shit still ain't fucking up because you put in that work. Not you put in that work. You work with the Lord, my God, through some of the darkest times in your life. So this picking any ass, stupid ass shit that they doing, it would never work. Because you done been through the trenches. You coming up out of the valley of death. So any of this shit that they doing is just gonna instantly backfire. That's why they're fighting amongst themselves. Because they can't figure it out. They can't figure you out. They can't conquer you. They can't defeat you. No matter who or what they send your motherfucking way. Even practitioners are calming down at this point. Even practitioners are scared at this point. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. But yes, even the practitioners are turning this shit down and saying no. I'm not here for this shit. I'm not doing this shit. This person is minding their business. And the Most High told me to leave them alone, and that's just what I'm going to do. And they're mad because they're like, well, I'm paying you. You feel what I'm saying? They feel like their money outweigh God's decision. When God says so, it's so it is, and so it will be. You feel what I'm saying? And the ones who trust and believe in the Lord and know that his word is and his wrath is, and so it will be, they ain't fucking with it. Your money is not worthy of it. Not even to deceive you and say they gonna do it and don't do it. It ain't worth taking that fucking risk still. If they take the money with the intent behind the money in which they taking it, still gonna get their ass tapped out by God. So they're like, no, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not willing to put my ass on the line for you. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna do that shit. Leave this motherfucking person alone. Period. Leave him alone. Turn him loose. Leave him alone. Go find something else to do. And that's just it. Sit your ass down somewhere. Yeah, because see, you are the empress. And the emperor is here, or he's coming in to protect you from this nasty, mean, evil group of fucking people that don't have nothing else better to do than to sit down and plan your motherfucking demise or plan how they gonna set you up and rob you. Look at them. They fighting. I can already shit up. They fighting amongst themselves because they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do with you no more because they can't do shit no more. Nobody's helping them no more. They're being exposed. The harder they fucking choose to try to come. Look, they're watching your money steal. They're watching your money steal. The harder they try to come up against you, the harder, the more they're exposing themselves, and they want to keep blaming that shit on you. Yeah, they've been doing this shit all your life since your motherfucking childhood. They have been doing this shit, and it's been grown as adults, cousins, aunties, friends of the family, and all that. They sat back and watched these motherfucking people backstab and betray you as a fucking child, and did not stand up for you and say or do anything. They just sat right there and let that shit be done. Like, oh, that's not my business. That's not my fucking business. How dare you sit there and let a grown motherfucker take advantage of a child like that? Wage spiritual warfare on a child like that, and you just sit back and say, that's not my business. I don't want that shit to touch me. I don't want that shit to jump on me. So I'm not going to jump into that. I'm not going to jump into that energy. That shit ain't right, man. That shit is not right at all. I don't understand that shit. I would never allow no shit like that to happen. If it was me, if I was an adult, to whoever this happened to as a child, and I happen to be a friend of the family or a family member, and I seen this shit going on, I would have whooped everybody ass involved. I don't give a fuck, bitch. You gonna have to take me out, bitch. I mean, literally, you gonna have to make my head get cold, bitch. But I'm telling you, there's no way in the world I'm gonna stand back and let no group of grown motherfuckers wage spiritual warfare on no motherfucking churn. Fuck, get your fucking self together, bitch. You was a waste of space, a disgrace to your race, a waste of air. You shouldn't even be breathing fucking air, ho. You think I'm gonna step there and just let you do it easily? Hell no, bitch. I'll make it real hard for your motherfucking ass to breathe. I'm trying to tell you, if you can still breathe when I'm done with your ass, because I'm not gonna stand there and let that shit happen. You're not gonna do it. Yeah, they doing that false report and shit. That's what that false report and shit. They trying to isolate you, take you away from your kids and things like that, because you isolated yourself away from them. But little do they know, them fucking false ass reports is gonna be the very cause of their motherfucking demise. That's what's gonna put them alphabet people on their motherfucking ass. They trying to put them alphabet people on you, but them alphabet people gonna start looking over your fucking case, over your file, over the type of people who's calling in, and over the damn reports that they making versus the information that they are obtaining from their research and their investigation, and they're gonna turn around and go grab their motherfucking ass. I'm telling you. And their ass is gonna be grass. You're gonna be sitting back renewed, paid off, and restored from all the damn what they call it, humiliation rituals, defamation of characters. That's what I was trying to say, defamation of characters and all that shit. Because again, you caused upheaval, you caused demise, you caused stress, you caused strain, you caused emotional and mental instability or upheaval. You feel what I'm saying? You interrupted someone else's peace with a lie, trying to be deceptive like a fucking Decepticon, trying to come in like a thief in the night, trying to take the children from you, trying to deem you as a unfit parent, trying to deem you as unworthy because they mad because they can't have kids, or the kids they got they don't want. They want your gifted babies, your spirit babies. They want what you have. They want your room. They want your shit. You jump out, they jump in your motherfucking skin. That's how these people is. That's why they doing this shit. They want to be you so motherfucking bad that they want to drain you of everything you are, to make you become a shell of yourself so they can feed you their motherfucking energy, and they be your fucking puppet master for life. They want to be your legal guardian. That's how bad they want to do it. I'm gonna speak on this. I just heard this. These people want to drain you mentally so bad to the point where you lose it and you snap out and you never come back. And every move you make from then on in your life will be at the hands of someone else. And you gonna be a shell of yourself. You're gonna be a puppet, You're gonna be like that family member that always be in the corner shy and this and that, looking around and the servant of the family. And there's one particular person that handles that person, and one particular auntie or uncle or whatever that they stay with that handles them, but yet and still the family lives off of the back of them. Like they are the glue that keeps the family together. But again, they aren't able to be themselves. They have to be the flunky, the dummy. It reminds me of the Oz, the Black Oz, when Diana Ross would, before she went to the Wonderful World of Oz or whatever you want to call the shit, when she was with her family, she was staying with her auntie and everybody else, 50, 11,000 people in the house, and all she had was her little dog and shit. You seen how frail she was mentally, physically, emotionally. She really didn't think too much of herself. It was just her and her dog. You feel what I'm saying? And everything she did was like basically a slave. She obeyed orders. She didn't really have too much of her own identity. She wasn't really walking in her true authentic energy. She didn't find herself until she found herself in the Oz, in the Wizard of Oz. You feel what I'm saying? Like she had to go and have an out of body experience in order to find who she was. Then when she came back unto herself, she was a different person. So it's just like just how that's just what this fucking is. The Black Oz playing out right in front of our faces. Period. With a little bit more twists and dips and all this shit. And what they're trying to do is keep us outside of ourselves so that again, they when we jump out, they can jump the fuck in. But it's not gonna fucking happen because it wasn't meant to be that way. They're not able. Their spirit is not able to enter into a divine being's temple. It's going to reject them. The temple will self-destruct. It will destroy itself before it will allow a filthy entity like that to how to it before it houses a filthy entity like that. That's what I'm trying to say. So this facade that they was putting on for, this facade that they had everybody else believing in, and um had everybody seeing you in a particular light, that shit is over with. That cloud, that facade is played out. The record has been broken. The smoke is clearing, and motherfuckers is seeing shit for what it is. Period. Motherfuckers is seeing shit for what it is, and they mad because they being outed. But they outed they motherfucking self. Like kept right on lying on your name, kept right on making up all this stupid shit, and didn't have no facts to back up what the fuck they were saying because people they talked about you so much to the point where people started doing their own research and wanting to find out what they could find out on their own because they kept getting this motherfucking Channel 5 breaking news update from your family or whoever was running around here running their mouth about your ass. So they want to see what they can find out too and see what they can bring to the table and see what they can say. You know what I'm saying? Well, I found this and I found that, and they ain't find shit. They found out that this motherfucker who was running their mouth is a fucking liar. Yeah, it was a fucking liar. Now you're going within so you don't have to go without, and you're healing your inner childhood wounds, and you're forgiving yourself for all the hardship that you put on yourself, how hard you was on yourself, how unforgiving, how unmerciful, how ungraceful you were to yourself. Because these people was in this vain ass energy, living through vanity and tried to make you live through vanity instead of you ain't about your looks and you ain't about how people talk about you. If you ain't controlling the narrative about what people are saying about you out your mouth, you ain't shit. Well, then I ain't shit then because I don't give a fuck about what a motherfucker say about me because I'm going to do me regardless whether you like it or not. I don't give a shit. You can't make me feel bad about being me. And again, while you was busy sitting back accepting yourself, living this mundane life until you was able to get out on your own and control your own energy, your ancestors was there right behind you, having your back. You feel what I'm saying? Having your back. You feel what I'm saying? Leading you, guiding you every step of the way. That's why you used to daydream a lot, get lost in your thoughts a lot, because you were getting downloads. And these people didn't understand. They thought you was just dumb, dumbing out, spacing out. Oh, here come the little dumbass airhead, not knowing the messages that were flowing through your brain and what you were getting about these people. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to catch up on the messages. Right, trying to say that what you are sitting here rebuking their magic and doing all this, that, and the third, that you are, that's abuse. That ain't no fucking abuse. What the fuck they doing is abuse, spiritual abuse of fucking power and everything else. We trying to bring it back. We trying to rebuke and redeem and save our motherfucking children. Y'all trying to damn take them out. Yeah. Yeah, these people is weird. Weird as hell. Yeah, you gonna stay free, and everybody else who's going through this, myself included, is gonna stay free because again, this is the end of that treacherous bloodline. You were born into this bloodline to end it and rebirth it. And they mad about it. They are mad that you are the one who's gonna give birth to the new age, to the new era, to the new portion of this bloodline and the end of the old. You are the one who is you are the one that stands between the end and the beginning. You are the end and the beginning. Just like they say the last shall be first and the first shall be last. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing, and they don't like it. They want somebody who's gonna carry on their legacy and not abide by God's word. And God said, "No more. This shit will end right now today, and it's gonna end right now today with my chosen one." That's why these stupid ass people doing what the fuck they doing. Not necessarily. They don't really investigate all the time. People who make a report, especially if they try to report it anonymously. But when you keep getting so many anonymous reports, and then the reports are coming up to be falsehood, they start looking into the numbers that people are calling in from, start doing their research, and that's how the people get put onto them when nothing comes on the reports that they are making. And they truly see that it was falsified. Nothing of what they said was even close to the truth. That's what makes them turn back and look at the caller and look at who reported it, where the report came in, because they got all that technology to go in and find that, to see that. They think they'll tell you that, oh, it's anonymous and we can't track it. They can. Trust me, if they can come and find you based off of a report from what somebody said, trust me, they can find who fucking reported the shit. Yeah, see, they mad because again, you have something within them that they don't, and they can't embody it because they're not worthy of it. That's why they weren't chosen. So no matter how many times they try to steal it, they'll never be able to steal it because it's not meant for them. What is meant for you will always be for you. No matter how hard somebody try to come in and take something from you, they'll never be able to obtain it because they're not worthy to wield that power. They're not worthy to wield that gift. So it'll never happen. Yeah, see, again, look at the bottom of the deck. You are giving birth to the new new bloodline. You ended the old, out with the old, in with the new, and all those that come after you will talk about you for generations and decades to come. Because again, you gave this bloodline a second chance. You renewed it. You restored it. You brought royalty back to this bloodline. You brought it back to its ancient royal roots, and these motherfuckers did not like it. They just wanted what came from the shit. They just wanted the benefit of the gifts. They didn't want to put in the work to actually build the gifts in the right way. They just wanted to do what they wanted to do with it to obtain what they wanted to obtain, which was monetary, superficial, dumb shit, shallow shit that didn't fucking matter. That's why they couldn't ever keep shit. They thought they would, y'all, you see, the image that they portrayed was that, oh, I got a new car every year. I'm getting a new car every year. I'm getting a new house. I'm getting a new apartment. New, new, new. Every time something come out, I gotta get it. I gotta get it. Because when a motherfucker always run through some shit like that, the average motherfucker ain't renewing no lease on no vehicle every fucking year. So let's be real about that shit. They gotta do it so often because again, motherfuckers is on their ass about the shit because of the way that they are obtaining it. You know where these motherfuckers work at. They working in stupid ass stores like Lowe's, Home Depot, maybe the city of Raleigh, maybe work for the water company, maybe they might be a correctional officer, something, a city worker. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't getting but so much credit from being a fucking a city worker. Let's be for real about that, okay? So you know it. They got the being a city worker. You know you start to know who worked where and there and there and there. And that's how they get connected with this shit. That's why they be so pumped. Like, yeah, I got me a city job. Oh yeah, I work for the city. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Because of how they could climb up the ladder to get to the right people, mess with the right people, entangle themselves with the right people. So when the time comes when they need this and that to be done, motherfuckers will move on their behalf. You feel what I'm saying? Because they done sacrifice and put certain things on the line to obtain the favor of certain people that work for the city, that control the city, that run the city. That's how they be plugged into the city. Because they done messed their way up the ladder. You feel what I'm saying? And they want to be mad because you ain't did it. You got yours straight from the divine. From being who you truly are, walking in your true authentic energy. You feel what I'm saying? And seeing them for the low down, dirty heifers and whores that they are. You married 20, 30 years and motherfuckers catching you coming out of hotel rooms with your coworkers and shit. Talking about, it was inclement weather and the job paid for us to have a hotel and we share one together. So why you can't share one with your female coworker? Why you had to share one with your male coworker? I mean, I'm just saying. But see, you had self-worth. You knew who you were. You were not going to demean yourself with this stupid ass shit. See, they didn't care. They was gonna sling that cat that meat, whichever which way they need to sling that shit to get wherever they was trying to go, and that's on period. And see, when you release those treacherous ways that they tried to impose upon you, that they tried to make you believe in, that they tried to force down your fucking throat, you broke it. You broke the tie. You broke the chain. You broke the bondage. You severed all connection to these people. You see how many people, this is the whole bloodline. This is the bloodline from the past that you killed because you refused to absorb any of that negativity that they were spewing your fucking way. You said be gone with that shit. That shit is no more. You won't do this shit over here no more. I don't care where the fuck you gotta go, but you gotta go away from here. You can't stay here no more. You is not welcome here anymore. You got to go. See, your instinct sharpened with the shit that they was telling you to do because when you tried it, it didn't never work for you. You was like, how the fuck this shit working for these motherfuckers? When I try to go do it the right way, they tell me no. They tell me this, they tell me that. I gotta jump through 50, 11,000 hoops and wait 50, 11,000 months of Sundays to get the shit, and they just got it like this, like a snap of a fucking finger. You realize that they was putting something on the line that you weren't willing to do, which was your body, your soul, your energy, your essence. You wasn't willing to let people drain from you and use you energetically, spiritually, or have any type of energetic or spiritual control over you just for some fucking materialistic bullshit that didn't fucking matter. That you had to keep going back and doing the shit over and over and over again to keep the shit. Stupid. You rather tap in and go within so that you never go without. And that's what these people was trying to intercept. They was trying to intercept your gifts from God. And you see this motherfucker back here trying to confuse God. Like, God, you chose wrong. You didn't choose Shakiba over here. Or Aquanisha over here. Over the divine one. They ain't too divine. They done had a baby out of wedlock, or they used to do drugs, or some stupid ass shit they trying to do. A mistake that you made on your own. But see, that's something that you allowed to have control over you. You don't have no puppet master. You don't have nobody siphoning your energy. You may have a particular vice that may be siphoning energy or lowering your vibration because you chose, to take on that vice out of comfort to help ease whatever pain that they had caused that you ain't figured out how to heal yet. But once you figured out how to heal whatever was causing the pain and causing you to partake in that particular vice to ease or release that pain, all that shit went out the window. But see, they couldn't do that because see, they had put certain things, they sacrificed certain things about themselves, which is their soul, their energy, that they couldn't get back. So now they have entities attached to them. They have puppet masters attached to them that they have to now. They're indebted to these people, and they have to after, even though they may feel like, oh, I don't want to do it no more. I'm good. I done had enough. Ain't no I had enough. It ain't enough. It ain't enough. These people want more and more and more and more and more. The same way they want more and more and more out of you. That's where they get it from. Because they're already indebted to these entities and they don't have no more to offer. So they got to go find somebody else to put on the line so they can get up off their ass and let them motherfucker breathe. And then they siphon off of you and the entity. So it's like it's a 2-for-1 with your motherfucking ass because you got 2 people siphoning off of you. Just like they got more than one person siphoning off of them because, again, it's a chain of command. And that's the shit they don't want to talk about. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, you worked yourself to the bone. You did what you had to do to get yourself right with the Lord to make sure that your relationship, your connection stays steady and stable. These bitches working themselves to the bone and singing that meat, and singing that cat, all in the back alleys and shit, all times of the night and shit to keep up an appearance, to keep up a facade. So y'all was doing the same thing, but y'all was working for two different masters. You feel what I'm saying? They chose who they chose, or you chose who you chose. It might have took you a little longer, might call you a late bloomer, or whatever the case may be, because they being guided and lit. When a motherfucker living their life fast like that, they, you know what I'm saying? It's certain things they had to put on the line to get themselves there, especially if you didn't come from that type of background, especially if you didn't come from a family that's built and then the foundation is built, you know what I'm saying? Everything is built off a particular foundation like that. Like what you're getting ready to create for the generations and generations and generations and generations to come after you, then you know they put something on the motherfucking line to obtain that shit. If it's not generational wealth, if it's not generational status, if it wasn't built on a foundation beginning with the Most High, you know what time it is. That's why it was a bittersweet ending with these people, because you kind of felt bad for them. Like, damn, bro, I ain't know you put all that on the motherfucking line. Dang, I ain't know you was down bad like that. I ain't know you was indebted to the entities and the deities and shit like that. Like that. I ain't know you went out like that. They try to play you like a sucker when they was a sucker the whole motherfucking time. Steady trying to spin the block, steady try to goddamn shoot the goddamn block up and shit when they come to you. Every time they see you outside, they trying to goddamn do a motherfucking drive-by on your motherfucking ass. Cause they want you up out of here. They sending motherfuckers to poison you, kill you, all type of shit. You always catching yourself in life or death situations, in weird life or death situations like that. It's like, damn, how the fuck I get in this type of situation? And every time you play the shit back in your head, it always end up being a setup, because you got more sense than that to put yourself in a situation like that. So you like, how did I get here? How did this situation escalate to this point? Because it was a fucking setup. Because you were so mystical and magical that nobody really didn't know what the fuck you had going on. That's why they thought your ass was crazy. They thought you was retarded. Called you everything but a child of motherfucking God, because you never let them intervene with your relationship with the Most High. That was the very thing that they could not taint or touch, and that was the very thing that they fucking wanted to destroy, because they knew if they could destroy that, they could destroy you for being you. And you was like, bitch, you could never, you would never, you would never, you would never. They just didn't know how much God loved you and how much you loved God, and how much your ancestors was there backing you up, good, bad, and or indifferent. You had the bad ones even riding for your motherfucking ass, because they were like, hold on, bitch. You violating code on both sides. You violating the code on the good side. You violating the code on the bad side. Now you making us having to turn on your motherfucking ass and rain down on your motherfucking ass, because you putting us in situations to where we got to pay the price for your ass, and we ain't finna suffer over here on the other side, bitch. We already over here. We already done made it over here to the other side, and you making it hard for us over here in the spiritual realm for the shit you doing over here in the spiritual realm, shit you ain't even got permission to do. Oh, bitch, no. That's why they getting hit from all motherfucking angles. And the very thing they deprived you of is being brought unto you, and you're being mothered. You're being mothered. In this next portion of this journey, you're going to meet a divine mother. And she's going to fill you with all that you were deprived of, nurturing, mothering, and all of that falls into those categories. You're going to receive that from this queen mother I'm hearing. But this cycle is complete. Your past over grandfather, who was a war veteran, he's seen you through this. He heard your cries. He's seen you come back and visit him. He feels you in the spirit, giving him hugs. He loves you just like you love him. And he on their ass. Their ass is fucking grass. He's seen him. Because the same thing that they did to you, they did unto him in his final days. They stole from him. They stole his money. They kept him doped up. They kept him in situations to where he could not pay attention to what was really going on around him. They coerced him to perceive things certain ways, to give certain people access and permission to his life, livelihood, his legacy, things he was leaving behind, and he left it in the wrong hands. But the wrong hands is going to be caught red-handed, and they're going to have to give it up. That's why he's been standing beside you and working so close with you, because he going to make them give it up to you. He said nobody else is gonna get it but you. You gonna turn them lemons into fucking lemonade. All this shit they was trying to do in the city, live this fast fucking life, you gonna take that shit and you gonna buy some farmland, you gonna move out to the country, you're gonna build a sturdy foundation. He said he coming to visit that farm. He coming out there. He gonna help you till the land. He gonna help you grow luscious green. Like granddaddy gonna be all over that farm. Your grandfather gonna be all over that farm. So get ready. Every time you turn around, you gonna see granddaddy somewhere. He gonna show you a sign, a synchronicity to let you know granddaddy is here. Yeah, let's keep it pushing with these people because I'm close it out in a few. My baby just finished fixing my food. I love my son so much. He just finished cooking my food. I'm gonna get ready to go in there and eat it just a minute. But yeah, see, they wanted you to take a leap of faith towards the bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? They wanted you to be blind to these cups of poison that these fucking Tetris tainted ass motherfuckers was bringing towards you. But again, you was a master alchemist, and it took you a little bit longer to step into this gift. You weren't too much aware, too fond of this gift. You seen it work in your favor in certain ways, but you didn't know how to wield it. You just seen it working. And it was like God showing you, like, hey, this is what you could do. See. And you thinking it's God, but it was really you. It was a gift that God gave you. But God was just letting certain instances and certain circumstances play out in your life in certain ways for you to realize, like, hey, this is your gift. Are you ready to use it? This is what it can do for you. You see? You want to learn how to use it? Okay. And it was like, when you finally got it, oh, baby, you got it. And if you rain down on their ass, you brought justice to everybody. All that foolish shit, you mastered that playing the fool shit. Now you in your reciprocity stage where you're able to give just as much as you're receiving. These motherfuckers want to steal this reciprocity information and energy from you and use it for their greater good. Yeah, they were trying to run off on your ass, girl, with your own motherfucking energy. Woo! They just want to run off on the blood, child. I'm through with this shit. These motherfuckers is draining me. Yeah. Because they made a deal with the devil, so they ain't have no choice but to come in there and fake it till they made it. And get what the fuck they came for. But when they got it, it was like they only got a crumb of the shit. They didn't get what the fuck they really came for. They just got snatched a little crumb and ran back to their motherfucking deity and steal whatever they was bonded up to. And said, hey, look what I got. And it was like, ain't enough. Go get some more. That's why these motherfuckers keep attacking you, because they can't get all of you. They can't fully conquer you. They can't defeat you. And these entities want all of you. Because you will supply them for eons. You feel what I'm saying? So they don't want no crumb. They don't want no peace. They want the whole motherfucking pie. Yeah. And see, you was put on the game about this shit. And you was able to take what you had left and get the fuck on to this new passionate beginning. It might not have been much, but it was enough to get you going. Yeah, it was enough to get you going. They thought what they took from you was going to hold you back. That's why it came out almost in reverse. But they thought how much they took from you, they thought that was a detrimental amount. They thought it was an amount that was going to really set you back, that you weren't going to never come back from the shit. Thank you for the gifts, my darlings. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for the love and support. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for chatting with me and letting me know how it's resonating with you all throughout this reading. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. See, these people were trying to come in and steal your happiness. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they wanted you to be happy with street meat. They wanted you to settle for street meat. They wanted you to marry a motherfucking whore. Yeah, they wanted you to marry a motherfucking whore. They wanted you to marry somebody who was a pretty embarrassment. Not the fucking embarrassment. Not they wanted you to marry the motherfucking embarrassment. Yes, honey. See, you won't bind to the bullshit. You was privy to that shit. You was the fucking, you can't slip a can of oil, ho. So the same thing that they was trying to do to you, you was already doing to him. You was already on that shit. You was already on that type of time, bro. That's why you was able to get in and get out and cut their ass the fuck off. And they couldn't, and you cut them off before they could cut you off. And they was like, what the fuck? Yeah, you had these motherfuckers goddamn backtracking and rethinking their thoughts and shit when it came to fucking betraying your ass. Some of them got off on you. Some of them got off on you, but not the way they wanted to. Yeah, not the way they wanted to. It wasn't good enough. The Queen of Wands shot to pop out. Yeah, they knew who the fuck you was, but see, you hid that from motherfuckers. You ain't let the motherfuckers know what the fuck you had going on. If they really want to know who the fuck you was, they had to seek God in order to find out. God was going to tell them, because you the fuck won't. Yeah, you the fuck won't finna tell them. Like, bitch, ask the Lord. The Lord did it. How you do this? The Lord. The Lord. You kept a praise on your tongue. You kept letting them know where your help come from. The Lord. The Lord. The Lord. Yeah. They couldn't understand how you were so successful after all that they have done to you. The Lord, the Lord, the Lord. As I keep hearing you say, the Lord, the Lord. I know that's right. And see, when it came to these relationships, you weren't finna take care of these people that was coming in. You weren't finna allow them to lay down their burdens down by your motherfucking riverside like you was the fucking most high bitch. You laying it down at the wrong altar, bitch. You need to go take it up. A whole bunch of fucking nonsense. Take it on up to the most high, cause bitch, I ain't got shit for you. I can't help you with it. I ain't got nothing for you. That's what I'm hearing. You ain't got nothing for these people who keep trying to come back and make you play God in they motherfucking life like, bitch. You're not about to misuse and abuse my motherfucking power and try to put me in a position to play a part that ain't meant for me to play. I know my motherfucking position. I know my motherfucking part, and I'm playing it just fucking fine. Anything outside of that, you need to talk to the Lord about that, because I can't help you with it. And it's okay to let a motherfucker know that they trying to make you go outside your scope of support, outside of your scope of support, outside of your ramifications. Like, bitch, you may not know, but I know my ramifications. I know my scope of support and my lean, and I'm finna stay in it. You ain't finna come around here with that fuck around and have me out here doing all kind of stupid dumb shit, because I'm not going for that shit. Yeah, death to all that shit, bitch. We over here got now out with the old and with the new. We over here having a rebirth, bitch. We ain't about to goddamn gonna take it up a couple notches and try to see who gonna make it to hell first and who gonna make it to the deepest part of hell, bitch. We ain't trying to do all that. We ain't trying to do none of that. See, you knew what the fuck was going on, but you ain't let them know that you knew what the fuck was going on. You had them goddamn guessing like, is this bitch dumb or what? That's part of the reason why motherfuckers treat you like you dumb, because you act like you motherfuckers are. Because once you let a motherfucker know, you know, then motherfucker want to pick your brain, and you ain't got time for that. Like, find somebody else to do it. Yeah, yeah. See, these motherfuckers played like they had something because it gave them a sense of security, a sense of competition, a sense of worthiness to stand beside you, be in your presence. See, they wanted to deem you as unworthy, deem you as it being in position to where you wasn't, made you feel like you had to compete with them to feel like, oh, well, every time I come around as a competition, I need to make sure that I'm fitting in, put you back in that people pleasing energy. You ain't trying to please them motherfuckers. You let them know, bitch, I don't give a damn if you like me or not. I don't give a damn if you fuck with what I'm doing or not. Bitch, I ain't doing it for you. I'm doing it for God. You're not important. And that's what you let these people know that came back trying to tell you, like, I know you better than you know you. Da, 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 da. Obviously, you fucking don't. Because you're asking me to give up information and you're asking me to do things outside my scope of support. And I ain't finna do it. Yeah, that's why you moving on to your passion in the beginning. Your creativity is being increased, is being restored, is being renewed, and you're able to move on. Let these fucking whack ass suckers play this motherfucking stupid picking in the ass game with people pleasing, dick measuring, pussy measuring, and this and that and third. Ain't nobody finna do that shit. I know who I matter to, and that's the only person who I'm trying to impress. That's the only person who I'm trying to get approval from. It's the Most High. They didn't like that shit. They didn't understand that shit. They was like, oh, you too godly. You too, ooh. I'm hearing that motherfuckers turned you down as a friend because you were too godly. You were too godly for them. You kept a praise on your tongue and made them uncomfortable. Yep. You moved on to common waters and began building on your own, and you broke these people's heart. And that's the truth. You broke the fuck out of these people's heart. Thank you, baby, for the flowers. Thank you so much. Right, they think you forgot that shit. Ain't nobody forgot but them because they was the only one that's trying to motherfucker forget. We ain't forgot shit, bitch. We remember it all. We remember every motherfucking thing you did. We was wise beyond our motherfucking years, and we understood that shit then, and we damn sure understand that shit now on a whole nother level, on a deeper level, to the point where we ain't trying to get revenge no more. We ain't trying to beat your ass. We don't hate your ass no motherfucking more. We just ready for your ass to get up out of here. We ready for your ass to get that call and say, hey, you know, so and so head got cold. Ooh, thank God. Woo, it's over with. Cause that anything outside of that, don't nobody give a damn. Don't nobody give a damn. Tired of coexisting with motherfuckers like that. It's time for y'all to get the fuck up out of here. Yeah, we got the Queen of Pentacles. You finna be the first millionaire in your motherfucking family because you broke the motherfucking curse of that motherfucking energetic manipulation, that fucking that damn energetic binding unto you. Binding themselves unto you in ways to where they can drain you without you even realizing it. And by the time you realizing it, they done already done deep damn damage. Yeah, you chose to walk a new path. Yeah, and now they want to come back and apologize to your motherfucking ass because they're like, oh, well, we rejected something that we didn't know. We were just fearful of the unknown. Okay, well, keep being fearful, bitch. You go figure it out on your own, just like I had to. Yeah, you like, bitch, I ain't got shit. You ain't letting them know what the fuck going on. You presenting yourself like this little page of cups, like, bitch, I'm just like you. We're the same motherfucker boat, bitch. I don't give a fuck about what you got going on. I'm trying to keep our head above water. No, you ain't struggling. You ain't fucking breaking a sweat for shit, bitch. You know, you just living your life like it's golden, living your life like it's golden, because you chose to stand up to these people and let them know what it is and what the fuck it ain't. And what they ain't, what they won't gonna do is defeat your ass. Not when you had God within you. You didn't have to go outside yourself to find God. All you had to do was go inside yourself, and God was there waiting on you. Like, hey, where you been? Mm-hmm. And they want to come in and destroy that. That's what's wrong with you motherfucking people. They fucking stupid. They think that they can actually intrude in your life. That's what their end game plan is, to come in and sever your cord with the Most High. They want to sever your connection with the Most High, to stop this happiness for you, to stop this divine kingdom marriage from coming through. Yeah, they want you to be confused. They want you to reject it and feel like you could do better on your own. Yeah, you don't need no man. You like them. Be like them. Be a whore. Just fuck on whoever you want to fuck on whenever the fuck you want to, whether they belong to somebody or not. Like, they want you to be a part of the side bitch fucking phenomenon that's going on. And you're like, bitch, I will not partake in none of that shit. I am not none of that shit. Never have been and never the fuck will be. I don't, we don't partake in no shit like that. These motherfucking people is sick in the head, child. What the fuck? Child, I ain't never seen it. Alright, Holy Spirit, let's get some closing messages from our lovely collective. Not the man, not the one start throwing cards off the floor, bitch. Don't get mad now, get that, oh. Look, they try to destroy you in the fucking womb. They try to anoint your mama womb with that negative low vibration of energy. They tried to take your ass out in the womb. I don't think your mama was able to get an abortion, and so they was trying to pray your ass up out of there. Some of y'all heard it, push your mama down the stairs, all type of shit, try to beat her ass, jumped on her, all type of shit while she was trying to pray, try to beat your ass out your mama womb, honey, because they did not want you to be born into this bloodline, because they knew that you were the destruction. They knew you were the destruction of their motherfucking empire. They knew after you, they weren't gonna survive you. You or your motherfucking kids. They don't they knew. They knew, yeah, baby, we got better things than we changing the world every day. They knew. You, your children, your grandchildren, your great grands, and every child that come after you that came from you, from your bloodline, baby. They knew they would never see the light of day again. Like I said, they children gonna be burned. Their children gonna be burned. Them motherfuckers is gonna die the fuck out. You heard me? Ain't no motherfucking the children not gonna want to have kids for some reason. Them children, them grandchildren, they ain't gonna give them no great grands. They might get 1 or 2 great grands, but it ain't finna be like it was. They came from a family of 12, then they had 12, and they had 12. All having all that baby shit. No ma'am, that shit is stupid. See, you was born. You was born, honey. You might have had a couple cracks in your shell, like happy feet, but you had a mentor watching you, making sure you made it here safely, protect you from this death magic. Bless me. See, I told you, these people was trying to pray your ass and beat your ass up out your mama womb, boy. They did not want your ass to breathe breath. Because they knew you was going to be the new monarchy of this family. You were going to be their fucking demise, bro. All this shit that they did based upon your life, that they tapped into your life energy, your all spark, they tapped into your motherfucking energy. And you was dazed the fuck old and seen what the fuck God had in store for you. And instead of trying to kill you, they got the bright idea to steal from you. And then when they couldn't steal from you, they went right back to the original idea to motherfucking kill your ass. They wasn't paying attention to the judgment that was being passed on them with the behavior that they were displaying as to that they need to fucking stop this shit. And they didn't want to stop. They said, we ain't gonna stop till we accomplish the goal, which is us remaining in power, and this new age bullshit is gonna be out the fucking window. Yeah, baby. See, they was trying to keep you from yourself. They wanted you to see fragments and fractions and pieces of yourself, but they didn't want you to see the whole picture of you. They didn't want you to see everything in its entirety. They didn't want you to see yourself as whole, as one. Yeah. They tried to barricade your heart, harden your heart, but you always had a soft spot for God, and God kept your heart in perfect condition. Protected it from the so-called damage that they did. I mean, your family might have got hurt. You might have had a couple heartbreaks from certain people leaving your life and betraying you, but it never changed your heart. It never changed you for who you. It never changed you as a human being, or it never changed your soul. It didn't leave that deep of a mark. It was surface level. God buffed it out. Yeah, because you're the one. You're the one. Yeah, and these motherfuckers that was stealing your motherfucking misfortune are being removed out of your life. Their prayers will not be heard. They will fall on deaf ears because they touch shit that they should not have. They put you in a situation to be an orphan. Some of you guys grew up in foster care, grew up with strangers, motherfuckers outside the family had to raise your motherfucking ass, but yet everybody else who went through everything known to man, they kept them motherfuckers and they covered them motherfuckers and they swept their shit up under the rug and they kept a smile on their motherfuckers' face and they didn't let nobody talk about it. They ain't let nobody demean them. They ain't let nobody start no smear campaign about them. They kept that shit amongst themselves, and everybody else who had any opinion about it, they might as well swallow it back down their motherfucking throat. Because if it came out and they was talking shit about whoever they was protecting, oh, they ass was grass. But you, shit, free range. Say what you want to say, do what you want to do. We don't give a fuck. God wasn't having it. You're so welcome, my darling. I thank you so much for stopping by and spending time with me. Yeah, some of us went through situations where we had to be cut out of our mother's womb. Mothers wasn't able to actually push us through the portal. They had to be cut out. This is why. Because all the death magic that was put on us beforehand, they wanted us to be strangled by the umbilical cord, caught in the hips, blood pressure or the oxygen level would drop too low before somebody could motherfucking catch it, and boom, stillborn. Yeah, see, they didn't want you to unravel their motherfucking riddle. They didn't want you to unravel the spell they put on your motherfucking life. They wanted you to ramble aimlessly through life trying to figure out this fucking secret that you couldn't never put your finger on. But you figured it out. You overcame that motherfucking mountain. And the flame has been put the fuck out. This shit is over with. It's done. Yeah, yeah. The lover. See, they knew you was full of divine love, and their main thing was to destroy that within you. That's why they sent you so many toxic lovers to destroy your love. But see, you was the shaman. You was born a shaman. You're elevating and evolving into that shaman right before their motherfucking eyes, and they is appalled and shocked and clutching their motherfucking pearls as to how the fuck you got out this motherfucking box that they thought they sealed your ass up in with this motherfucking spell. Bitch, that shit didn't even fucking work. By the time that shit rolled off their motherfucking lips, that shit was already returned. The shit was already voided out. That shit meant nothing. Nothing towards you, but it was a demise towards their motherfucking children or their grandchildren or whatever. Yeah, they wanted to stop you from being a siren. Yeah, buddy. They had entities watching you, stalking you, following you heavy. You might have felt heavy energy, spirits, or whatever around you as a child. Always it's because of this motherfucker this entity that they had locked in on you to keep you in this motherfucking box. They wanted you to be a soul siphoner like them with this siren energy. That's what I'm hearing. But it's over with. It's a dead fucking end, bro. I'm telling you, motherfuckers is gonna meet death at the end of this motherfucking tunnel. They think they seeing the light, but they just seeing a reflection of their own fucking thoughts. But when they get to the end of that motherfucker, they will not be able to break through their wall. Yeah, the sustainer. They will not be able to sustain themselves anymore off of your fucking energy. All this shit is null and void. You are the star seed. They will not be in your able to be in your energy, wield your energy, steal your energy, anything anymore. Yeah, your vessel is protected by divinity. They tried to break you down. They tried to make you weak so it was easy to slip in and out of your temple energetically. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm so sick of this shit. I just don't know what the fuck to do. I'm tired of these people. For real. They need to find something safe to do because this shit right here is not it. But, my darlings, my loves, thank you so much for stopping by and spending time with your girl. Let me get a little bit of grub in my stomach, and I'll be right back before I go to bed. Give y'all a final message today, all right? I'm gonna try to come back on here Thanksgiving. I'm gonna do a little cooking, just a little bit, not just a little bit. And then after I get done cooking, I'll spend the rest of the evening with y'all. So I'll see y'all in just a few now. Peace.